Hello, welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie, and I'm here to do the mid-month reading for the sign of Leo, the lion. All right, before I begin, this reading's candle that I'm burning is lemon meringue pie. And also, for anybody viewing Bay of Fundy Fortunes, they're running a 10% discount off all orders. I'll just get that out of the way right before I forget about it. If you use a promo code BOFF10, stands for Bay of Fundy Fortunes and the number 10, it'll get you 10% off your order. These are 100% soy-based candles, and they have 2 wicks, 40-hour plus clean burn. Michelle timed one of the candles, the last one that she burned in her home. She said it was 45 or 48 hours before it was finally all burned down and used up. Anyways, this is lemon meringue pie. Very, very lemony scent. I have it burning right here behind me, you can see. And when the wax melts down, you're left with beautiful reveals like trees of life, pendants. This is a new one. She's not new. She's been around a while. This is Charmaine. I'll be using her tonight just because. And here's another one. This is Felicia. My favorite one is Lilith. She's a red carnelian, semi-precious stone, and she's gone AWOL on me. It's the funniest thing. I'm going to find her. Not too worried. And they have the pendants that are caged. I call them caged as well. I'm actually wearing the bigger one. Here's an amethyst. They're stunning. They're beautiful. As the candle says, you light and you reveal your hidden gift. All handcrafted. Go to intuitivecandles.com. Also, right now, they have lemon meringue pie, and they also have lemon and lime or lemon lime. And there's a discount on those right now. If you go to the website, just keep going till you see lemon lime or lemon meringue pie, and it'll say there's a sale. I can't remember how much it is. But anyways, while supplies last, they don't normally have sales. So this is an unusual thing. So anyway, Leo, let's get right into your shuffle here. And I'm always behind. I'm notorious for it. You know, in my personal life, I'm always early for everything. When it comes to these readings on the channel, man, it's hard watching the calendar and timing everything out. And then you don't count on anything going wrong. You say, okay, the mids they're doing about 5 or 6 days. I'll do them now and get them out a little early. And then you have software trouble, like I did this month. And it took several days to get it all ironed out. I had a personal reading sitting there, and I couldn't do anything with it. It was all done, but I couldn't do anything outside of that. It's a long story, but anyway, dealing with it's a program that I bought, and I was dealing with the really good people to deal with, but they couldn't seem to find, like, well, why is it doing that? Shouldn't be doing that, you know? So anyway, that's what threw me behind this time. And I said, well, I'm not going to do 12 readings and not be able to set them up and be able to post them. I'm not going to do that. So I'm not doing any readings at all until this is back working the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it goes. You know, it's like having a car. Fan belt's broke. Where you going? Nowhere. What are you getting done? Nothing. You know, 2 flat tires and you've only got 1 spare. What are you going to do? Nothing. You're not going anywhere. Same thing. Challenges. That's all they are. You know, and things happen sometimes for a reason. I don't know. How's it for me to say that they were meant to be a little late? I don't know. I can't say. I don't read into everything that goes on. Anyway, I'm just gonna really wanting to know. I'm curious for Leo this month. What's going on with you Leos? You're a bunch of cards. You guys are. I know some Leos. I tell you, guys stand alone. You really do, and I don't mean all alone in the world. I just mean you stand apart. That's the word it should. You stand apart from the other signs in certain ways, right? Not good or bad, just different. So, but I'd like to see you guys get a good read financially. With anybody that's new, it's a 5-card spread. First card, overall energy for the rest of the month. Second card is your wealth and finances. Third card, your heart, your home, relationships. Your fourth card, challenges for the rest of the month. And your fifth card is your message from Spirit. These readings of Bay of Fundy Fortune are always for your sun sign, rising sign, moon sign, Venus, whatever. Cross watchers. I call them crotch. I always want to say crotch watcher. Crotch. Do you get it? Crotch watcher. Oh, I don't know who started that, but they should have come up with something a little better for cross watchers. All right. I'm going to ask Charmaine. This is the first time I've used her. I got her quite a while ago. Got to get her to open up to me. Was I got to tell you, I miss seeing my red carnelian, my Lilith. I know she's over this corner over here's a mess, and I got stuff I have to clean out and straighten out. And she's probably under this table or on one of the shelves. She's got knocked down somehow. I just have to take the time to do that. All right. Okay, Charmaine, there, you feel better now. I've had her so long, I think she had a layer of dust or something on her. I should keep all my stuff covered. I know I should, but... Okay, Charmaine, welcome to the fold. Welcome to the tribe. This is a 5-card spread, a public, free, general reading, which may or may not resonate with everybody. And I'd like to know if the top 5 cards for this spread, if these are the cards that are meant for the mid-month reading of May 2019 for the sign of any Leo that's watching this sign. This reading are the top 5 cards that are meant for the Leo mid-May reading. Well, she's a lot like Felicia. She kicks right in. Lilith was unique. Lilith would, she'd vibrate for about 15, 30 seconds. She'd vibrate, and then she'd kick in every time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. 9 minutes in and not a card turned over. Oh, well, you guys must be used to that by now. Huh? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Your first card, your overall energy, it is the High Priestess. Intuition. That's the overall energy. So you're going to be flying by the seat of your pants, huh, Leo, for the rest of the month? Your second card, Two of Swords, at a crossroads in your wealth and finances. Your third card, Hearth and Home and Relationships. Beautiful. I haven't seen this one in a while. The World. Regeneration. Card number 4. Your challenges, should there be any. Oh, Lord, Leo, you've got nothing to worry about, guys. Nothing. Ace of Swords and Victory. Your final card, Message from Spirit. The Angel of the Ocean. She's all about healing. And this is your mid-month reading for May 2019. Okay. There we go. So, the High Priestess. That's what I heard. Because she's all about using your intuition, listening to your inner voice, right? Any decisions that some of you may be making between now and the end of the month. Because, yeah, I'm feeling that for some of you, your long-term plans, decisions for long-term plans are being made. And because the infinity symbol is there, along with the scroll, that's indicating to me contracts being signed, leases being signed, taken on, and any decisions you make. So for some of you, you're making some lifelong decisions. And these decisions and choices are going to have a long reach into your future. You know, it could be something just as simple and practical as buying your first home. Maybe you're going to take out a 25-year mortgage. A lot of people do, you know. And that's a very, very deeply committed decision to make. Some of you are on a spiritual search and a spiritual quest. I just heard somebody out there, you're saying to yourself, I want to believe. I want to believe. That's all I'm hearing. I'm just hearing that for somebody. I want to believe. I need to believe. I want to wash these doubts away. I want to just accept and not question. Some things in life I want to accept and not question. I don't want the rocky road. Give me a yay, give me a nay. Just give me something to go on. That's what somebody is saying. One of you Leos is saying that out there. Show me the way. I don't know. I just pass it on, my dear friends. I just pass it on. This is also a card where you need to pull off to yourself, separate yourself from people every chance that you can get. Make a date with yourself, an appointment with yourself that you've got to sit down and get some time alone. And you really need to reflect. You may have to go and get in your car and drive somewhere, a nearby lake, a park, forest park, where you're next to nature. Maybe you know a sweet little spot somewhere by a river, and you know nobody else knows about it but you. There shouldn't be anybody. Someplace quiet and meditative to make some very long-term, serious decisions that are coming up. That's for some. Somebody could share a secret with you as well. And you are asked to keep it quiet, but you don't need to be asked because you already know the content of the secret is, whoa. It's not about you. And it's not even about the person telling you. It's about somebody or something else. But now you're privy to it, but you can't say anything about it. So there's something coming up there. You're going to be witness to it. Hell, I don't know. I just passed them on. I don't know what that means. If it's not coming through, it's not coming through. There's so much with this card. So much with this card. It just shows you. With this card, you also discover things about yourself and your reaction to things and how you see things. Sometimes I do that too, and I go, am I okay? I check in with myself, am I okay? And while I'm doing this self-examination and I'm going over things, my interactions with people, because it's always about other people. You take that element out, no people, well, chances are you don't really have a lot of trouble in your life. Maybe you're dirt poor, that's something, but I mean, those are the worst. It's when it's with other people. We can catch ourselves and say, well, I'm not like that, and then we turn around, and when we stop and think back, and it was like, oh my goodness, I did say that, I did react that way, I did feel that way, oh my God, it's almost as if, don't nail me to the cross for this, but it's almost as if somebody's always piping off about, I'm not racist against anybody. This isn't against blacks and whites. I'm talking anybody. All of us. I'm not racist. I'm not racist. That old saying, I got friends that are black. People that do that crack me right up. I just shake my head. Anyway, even for somebody to say that, right? But it's almost like somebody has always they're tooting that all the time. I'm not like that. I'm not that way. I'm not that way. And then they think back, they're checking in with themselves. Because I check in when something feels off. And I'm going, what am I missing? What am I forgetting about? There's something I'm missing I should be doing. There's something I've forgotten about. There's something that's happened. And maybe I wasn't in the same mindset as the person. That's what it was. And maybe you've said something that was a little colorful, leaning the other way, and you're mortified. And we're so politically, well, you know what? Here's what's ironic with the world. There's all this political correctness, right? And people getting offended over everything and anything these days. I grew up in a checkerboard neighborhood. It was black and white, baby, and there was some Spanish too. And it was quite a place to grow up in, let me tell you. We called it a checkerboard neighborhood. For the most part, there was French, and there was one or two Spanish families or Italian. I can't remember which they were, and the rest were all black and they were all white. Just everyday people, kind of a thing. And back then, people didn't get offended like they do now, and we all got along. We tease each other, call each other names, but we were just playing around. The world today, we have to watch everything we do and say. That's why I say the less people you have in your life, the better off you really are. The more peace that you know. And maybe somebody's gone off on their own and they're saying, maybe it's time to clean house. That's what I've always called it, cleaning house. And that's when you're going to start clearing out some heartbeats out of your life, pushing people. All of a sudden becoming extremely busy. No, I don't have time to go out with you. No, I don't have time to come and travel with you. And no, I don't. Don't isolate whoever this is for. Don't isolate yourself. Absolutely, completely cut everybody out of your life. Keep a handful of the best people in your world. Maybe your family, there's 12 people. I don't know. Of course, keep your family. But I'm talking people outside of relations, relatives, blood relatives. I'm talking people you work with, your neighbors, community, anything like that. I don't know. I'm hearing somebody's doing this big change in their life. 6 months down the road from now, you look back at now, and you won't even recognize. You won't even recognize that was your life. I don't know, there's a big change here for somebody. The long-term decisions, maybe you're getting involved in some kind of a religion and devoting yourself in that way. Maybe you're making a big move to another country. It's hard to say what it is. But this card here says, you make sure and you listen to your inner voice. You make sure and you listen to your inner voice. Let it be your best guide. All your answers really are within you anyway, most of the time. Long-term contracts being signed with this card. Long-term decisions for the last 2 weeks. Two of Swords, Crossroads. Do I go left? Do I go right? Which way do I go? There's no right or wrong choice here, but there is choices to be made. This happened last night during the Cancer reading. Only I was sniffing like crazy and coughing, and I got a frog in my throat, and it's driving me nuts. It wasn't there before. I think that our systems throw a lot of dust particles that we can't even see. I dust and clean mine all the time, but I'm fine till I turn that on. And then whatever, I start having a problem. A decision has to be made with this card. And you've only got 2 choices, so therefore the Crossroads. These swords are a symbol to say to you, they're identical. Identical. That means their power, their strength is identical as well. What they represent is almost identical. There may be a hair of a difference between one or the other. But there is no right choice here in this decision. There's no wrong choice. It's what choice is going to be the better one for you or overall for everybody, whatever the decision is based on. I'm hearing a move maybe for somebody. I'm hearing change of work and job. How's that going to benefit my world overall? And that includes the people in it. Will it be a deterrent? Will it be a good thing? And really, you can go to the left, you can go to the right. And both avenues hold and promise some wonderful things for the future. But you're hesitant. And part of you is a little resentful that you were given these choices. Why couldn't I just be one? And then there'd be none of this anguish of trying to pick one. It would just be, you just go with what you've been given. But no. Other people celebrate that they've got choices, but not everybody. They don't want that weight and that pressure and the stress on them to have to choose between. But the message of this card is for you to walk away and get that out of your head for a bit. Become preoccupied with something else. You're taking a break. You're too close. You're right on top of it, and you can't see the forest for the trees kind of a thing. Come back later, because tarot is indicating there could be a small clue that you're missing. It's right in front of you. It's really obvious. And as soon as you see it, you're gonna like that. No more of sitting on the fence, not knowing whether to go left or right. Do I take this job? Do I take that job? Do I move here? Do I move there? And all of a sudden, yeah, there's a change. It's just enough just to break the scales in that direction. And that is the choice you're going to go with for whatever this is all about. It's different for everybody. Remember, it's a general reading, okay? You will have to make a choice, though. You can't get out of this. That's where the stress, and that's what breaks you out in the cold sweats, is a choice and a decision absolutely has to be made here. You can't not make a choice. It's just that simple. And what is making you sweat so bad? You don't want to have a regret afterward, after the fact, and saying, well, what was I thinking? I picked the wrong one. And it's too late. You're terrified of that. You're frozen with fear, and that's your big holdup. But you will make a decision and you will make a choice. Your keywords are doubt and uncertainty, stalemate, indecision, feeling stuck. Blocks. This is affecting your overall world as it is your intimate world, your intimate life and the people that are in it. It affects your income and your finances. You really have to weigh a lot of options here. There's a lot of weighing of options going on. Looking at the bigger picture. I know sometimes we say it's not about the end result, it's about the journey. And most times that's true, and to some extent that's true in this case as well. But because it's not just you, and there's other people, family, your loved ones. Looking at the bigger picture, we have to see what the end result's going to be. Is this going to be worth my time? Is this going to give me the better payoff? Is everybody going to benefit from this? Will we adjust to this? Big changes coming up there. That is going to affect your bottom dollar, your income, your money flow. Third, this is whatever choice that you make for those that this applies to, whatever choices you make, they're going to be the right ones. This is what I call the Midas touch card, Leo. Look at that. What a card. And it falls right into your intimate life, your family life, your home life, is all being affected by that. A huge surge for some of you of regeneration, of brand new, starting over, starting something new that affects your daily life on a big way, such as your job. So that's what you're making the decision, and here we go. What the card's saying, most of you are going to go the right way, because there's the payoff. Everything you touch seems to turn to gold. This card is a card of success. It's a card of celebration. And it's a card of you acknowledging your achievements and how far that you've come. There's going to be a reward coming for some of you, that's for sure, for all your hard work and all the effort that you have always put into everything that you do. This card is showing the completion of a phase of some kind. You're coming to the end of a target. You've met your target. You've met your goal. You're at the end of a phase that you had to go through, and you're coming out the other end of that now. You're finalizing a house move for some of you. You're going to invest, as I said from the first part, going to be investing probably in property, in a home, moving to a new home. This card absolutely says yes. The end of a project for some, you finally completed what you started, and you're wanting to celebrate for that alone. There's an anniversary coming up for somebody. Relationship landmarks are coming up with this card as well. Some of you may be renewing some vows. What's wrong with that, right? You may even take another honeymoon because it looks like there's an opportunity here for you to grab and go on a trip. You're traveling. If you are single and you take yourself on a trip, be prepared for some romantic adventures and encounters. I got all kinds of thoughts running through my head, and I'm not going to say them. And I went through this before with Leo about 2.5 years ago. I don't remember what the card was. But, oh my God. I was killing myself laughing, and other people commented. They said they couldn't stop laughing. They had tears rolling down their face. And it was the strange, I remember it. It's one of the strangest readings I ever did for Leo. But they weren't being really well behaved. They're being naughty. Okay, so I'm not going there this time. I'm not going to do that. Really, I'm not. I kept saying that in that last happening, and it just kept coming. It wouldn't stop. But be prepared for some romantic adventures. Just be careful and tame yourself. Okay? You know, don't do what they used to do 25, 30 years ago. People would go visit somewhere on a vacation, and they would act totally out of character. And they'd say, I don't care what these people think about me. I don't care what anybody thinks, because you know what? When I get to leave. I don't have to live here. I get to leave. I get to keep my anonymity, right? Because I'm leaving and never coming back. So I can say as I want, do as I want. And with today's media, what are the odds of somebody seeing you? And they're great. They're great. You know, somebody could say, hey, I'm from Jamaica. I remember that night on the beach. I remember you. I was there. And you did this, you know, you don't know. Watch what you do. Be responsible for yourself, but have a really good time, Leo. The advice for the card is for you to celebrate what you have achieved and embrace all opportunities before turning any down. At least do a consideration thing. This is such a great card. You're going to be feeling a higher energy, more exaggerated energy, more pronounced. Strong motivations are driving you. You're going to be feeling like the success for some of you. Remember, it's a general reading. The success for some of you is overwhelming. It's overwhelming to you. It may not be to someone else, but it sure is to you. You never thought this day would come. You didn't think this would happen. And some of you are looking up going, what have I done right recently? My goodness. Everything I attempt, everything I touch seems to. It's a metaphor, but everything I touch turns to gold. Everything is golden in my life at the moment. What the heck is going on? It's the way it is. Accept it and embrace that. Your keywords, success and completion, celebration, beginnings, beautiful beginnings, travel, motivation, and an overall renewal of your life. Long reading. Sorry, guys. We've got no challenges here. And after this card, these two are best pals. They're buddy, buddy, buddy. Look at that. Back to back on top of each other. Unbelievable. A beautiful card. I like this card. You know, I talk about back in the day when we used playing cards. Tarot cards weren't readily available. You couldn't just hop on an internet and order them. There was no internet to order back then. And bookstores and these kinds of things, they didn't carry things like They were hard to find, things like so people use the regular playing cards. That's what they used. You know, the bicycle cards. And back in the day, because swords is the same as spades. And if the ace of spades turned up in somebody's reading and there was a room full, they'd all, no, because it meant death. It was the worst card of all. Through the whole deck was the ace of spades. So here we have the ace of swords is completely changed. I'm kind of glad it did. There's enough negativity in cards as it is in the regular, you know, the regular meetings. You can sit there and read, well, that's what it means upright. Oh my God, that's just horrible. If you think that's bad, flip it upside down and see what it means. This sort of a thing. But this card here, again, we're coming down to some kind of, you're making a choice, you're making a decision. All right? When you make this, could be something different though than the previous, but when you make this decision, it's going to lead you to immediate victory. You are the winner in some way, shape, or form for some of you. This ace is also bringing you mental clarity, a lot of mental clarity. It's also bringing breakthroughs, epiphanous moments, light bulb moments going off. No more uncertainty. No more delay for those of you that feel that things have slowed down or were held back or stopped completely. All green lights and white flags are going off everywhere. You're cutting through any confusion that was there previously. You're feeling more powerful, more successful. Some of you will be starting brand new relationships. That could be business-wise, partner-wise, friendship-wise, but love-wise, intimately. Absolutely. If you find yourself in any legal situations, arguments, debates, whatever, use your wits. Keep your wits about you. If you're real sharp-witted, your chances increase. But it shows you any legal situations any of you might be in, it shows a victory there for you as well. You're on the winning end of things. Good for you. The advice of the card is for you to use your intelligence, and when you do, and leave your emotions at home, you're in a courtroom, okay? Use your intelligence and victory will be yours. Play it smart. Keywords are beginnings and decisions, action and clarity, determination, solutions and idea. This shows a really high impact active brain. So a lot of thinking going on here. And it's not just yada, 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 talk, talk, talk. There's action happening. Stuff's happening here. The last card in your reading, we're looking at the Angel of the Ocean. She's all about healing. I can't believe how long this reading is. She is the manager, the healer of the ocean. She brings comfort. She releases pain. She gives us a strength that we need to get through the things we need to get through. You're being encouraged to try to bring balance back into your life, and the emotional balance affects the physical, the health balance. We want healthy all the way. We don't want disruption. You know, if you're had an argument with your neighbor or you're falling out with your neighbor and my God, they live right beside you. What are you going to, you got to face this every day. And every time you see them, your stomach goes into a knot. Or maybe somebody you work with affects you that way. The kind of stuff makes you sick. It makes you ill. You've got to find a way to get rid of that. Try to release that. You've got to take a different perspective on these people maybe. How you see them and look at them, you know. Maybe tell yourself it doesn't matter. And put them out of your mind if you can do that, right? You can't change them, but you can change how you see them. Anything that will work to bring you some inner peace here is called for with this card. It's time to start healing from things out of the past. It's time to let some of you to let the past go. You're doing this to yourself. It's self-inflicted. Self-inflicted pain. You're doing it to yourself. Some of you will be finally healing from some past trauma. Allow her in. She brings a balance into your life. A balance of your mind and of your body and of your soul collectively. Brings a balance to you. which emanates outward into your world. Have faith in the universe and in your angels and your loved one, because some of you, that you're coming through a demanding time, coming through something. It's not end of world stuff, end of your world, but you're coming through a challenging, demanding time right now. You need to believe. You need to strengthen your connection with the universe as well. That's always my go-to. Seriously. The creator, the universe, that's my go-to. Things are getting to be too much. Boy, do I ever do it. I do an awful lot of pouring. I really do. I purge. And things normally don't turn out as badly as they could have. And I believe that that's a lot of it right there. This is a wonderful card for you. Keep the faith. Strengthen your connection with the universe. Allow yourself to heal. Do whatever you can to help yourself as well. All right, make things go a little bit better, a little bit smoother. There's help there if you need it. If you look around you, or just, like I say, open yourself up to the universe. Even that takes that off. Well, there you go, Leo. I hope you enjoyed awful long. If you like this reading and you'd like to have a personal reading, you can find that information. Look down below this video window in the Show More section and read through, send off my email. It's the only email that I have. You can send that off and I'll get you taken care of. Also, we're on Facebook under groups, Bay of Fundy Fortunes. We are closed. We are private. And it's a great place to be. It's a nice group. Also, anybody else, if you're looking for me, you don't find me sitting right here. I'm usually walking down below, down on the beach, down at the cove, along the water's edge, bring the highest, mightiest tides on the whole planet, the beautiful, the bountiful, the Bay of Fundy. No matter where you find me, you'll always catch me with one eye on the next change of tides, because I'm a tide junkie. Anyways, please keep the peace in, so you can share your love, your light out with the rest of the world, make it a little bit sweeter. Day by day, live your life as if you're under the microscope of the universe, and I can guarantee you won't go wrong. You won't. Goodbye for now, and I'll see you all back in June.